This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
A deadline for St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner. Today, she has to respond to a court filing seeking her removal from office. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. This comes 2 weeks after Missouri's Attorney General filed those legal documents. He claims Gardner's office has mishandled cases. There are new developments within the past 2 hours, and our Justina Coronel joins us in studio to break it all down. Justina.
Yeah, Mike, so Kim Gardner's office has until midnight to file a response, and for now, it's a waiting game. But our Christine Byers was able to find out Kim Gardner is already building her legal team. Now, her St. Louis attorney is Michael Downey, and the other is an out-of-state attorney, Ronald Sullivan Jr., a high-profile Harvard law professor. Now, the two will represent her during proceedings, and they both have previous ties with Gardner, helping her in the prosecution of former Missouri Governor Eric Greitens, as well as defending her actions during that case. Now, Sullivan has quite the resume when it comes to big cases, such as helping Michael Brown's family reach a settlement, to serving on the legal team for Harvey Weinstein and Aaron Hernandez. Now, earlier today, I spoke to a law professor at St. Louis University who says this is a smart move on Gardner's part.
I think it's smart for Gardner to hire a high-profile attorney, which I think she's done, someone who can take this to the media and turn it into exactly what she says it is, a political witch hunt that is baseless, and to attract some attention, maybe from some national media outlets.
Now, as far as what's next, we are still waiting for Gardner's response. And from there, the judge assigned to this case will make a recommendation. And that recommendation could make its way to the Missouri Supreme Court.
Thank you, Justina. And today, several charges, including murder, were filed against a man accused of shooting 2 Hermann police officers. Detective Sergeant Mason Griffith died in the shooting on Sunday, and Officer Adam Sullentrump is still in critical condition. After a 16-hour standoff, Kenneth Lee Simpson was arrested with Griffin's handcuffs.
Tonight, support is coming in for the families of the officers. Our Mercedes McKay is outside Mercy Hospital in Creve Coeur, where Officer Sullentrump is still being treated. Mercedes.
Mike and Kelly, the last update we got about Officer Sullentrump is that he is still in critical condition. Now, we still aren't sure where exactly he was shot and how long his recovery could be. But as you said, Mike, the support for Officer Sullentrump's and Griffith's families continue to grow well past the Hermann city limits.
He's one of those rare gems where everybody loved him.
If you walk inside a Marquardt's Landing in Washington, Missouri, you may notice a new addition to the bar.
Anyone can come down, have a shot, and toast a great officer, one that'll be missed.
A framed picture of Detective Sergeant Mason Griffith now sits on the wooden countertop with a cold one next to it. Buy Mason a drink, and all the proceeds will go to his family.
I think of no better way than to toast a good man than to have a beverage and, be it AB or a glass of tea, just toast a man and tell good stories and remember.
The 34-year-old died on Sunday after being shot by Kenneth Lee Simpson, who is now charged with his murder. Griffith's friends described the longtime officer as someone you could always count on.
I guarantee you people he's arrested probably had nothing bad to say about it. He was just a wonderful human being.
But the support doesn't stop at the Franklin County line. The Backstoppers, a nonprofit that helps families of first responders, is stepping in to help Griffith's family, as well as Officer Adam Sullentrump's family, who was critically injured in Sunday's shooting.
Both officers' families received a $10,000 check each from us to use during these trying times.
The help doesn't stop there. Executive Director Chief Ron Battelle says they offer ongoing support from education for the officers' children to medical expenses.
Our goal at that time is to make them debt-free.
While the wall in the office shows names of every first responder's family Backstoppers has helped, Chief Battelle says it never gets any easier.
Each one is different, and the circumstances are different. Whatever the family needs, we'll give it to them.
The very first person who came into Marquardt's Landing after they put up Sergeant Griffith's donations actually gave $100. And to show just the kind of man he was, a server at that restaurant said when her family's restaurant burnt down, Sergeant Griffith was there through the night and through every day of recovery. So we're hearing stories about what an incredible man he was. And coming up at 6, I'll share more ways that you can help these 2 officers' families. Live at Mercy Hospital, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
There is a visitation and funeral for Sergeant Griffith this weekend. It's this Sunday, March 19th at Owensville High School in Owensville. Visitation is from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The funeral starts at 2.
Today, city leaders announced a new economic justice accelerator to help St. Louis close the wealth gap and turn the tides of high crime and shrinking population.
Now, the Economic Justice Accelerator includes several of the ideas we found in Detroit while searching for solutions to our city's problems, and our political editor, Mark Maxwell, has new details. Mark?
Mike and Kelly, Mayor Tashara Jones and Congresswoman Cori Bush announced a new day in St. Louis on this 314 day, pumping millions of dollars into new small business loans, down payment assistance, and real estate restoration or development projects. A lot of that money is coming in from the American Rescue Plan. But MasterCard also kicked in $1 million for small business loans, and more could be coming after. Mayor Jones said other businesses or philanthropists should help shoulder the load to build the city back. The head of the St. Louis Development Corporation specifically pointed to Detroit's example as a model where private sector money helped them knock down vacant houses and boost small businesses.
In Detroit, they had over $6 billion of philanthropic capital that was poured into that community.
St. Louis cannot succeed together if over half of it is left to fail.
These are models such as the one that's been created in Detroit that will require a collective effort from the region to tackle these issues of generational poverty and crime in our city.
To bring $1 billion into St. Louis with private and public dollars there. Starting July 1st, families who earn roughly $55,000 a year in some neighborhoods around the city can start to qualify for down payment assistance of roughly up to $15,000 for that down payment to get into a home. Contractors can also start to qualify to get work cleaning up the city, and small businesses and nonprofits can start to apply for loans as well. We'll have much more up online on KSDK.com and on air again tonight at 6.
Well, today is March 14th, and while most people call it Pie Day, here in the Lou, it's called 314 Day. There are deals on Cardinal tickets until 9 tonight. You can buy $3.14 tickets for some games during the month of April. And if you eat pizza, you can wash it down with some $3.14 beer at the Anheuser-Busch Beer Garden. You can get a list of 314 and Pie deals sent to your phone. Just text 314 to the number 314-425-5355, and we'll send you that information.